to the Gaming Network podcast. As always, I'm Eli, and today I have Anthony with me.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And we brought back Billy today.
Hello.
So, how are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
How about
Also
you?
pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Today we have many topics to discuss about. We're going to be discussing about original soundtracks. We're going to be discussing about our least favorite genre in video games and why. And Billy brought some questions today, and we're going to be answering them as a group. And we're going to discuss them. And we're going to discuss each topic and see how we feel about each of it and like pros, cons, all that. And so let's start with original soundtracks, Anthony. How do you honestly? To me, there's a lot of variety in.
Oh, there is.
There is. Like for me, growing up, it was Mirror's Edge and Kingdom Hearts. To this day, it's still Kingdom Hearts. But what would you say is like considered a good soundtrack?
I think it's really depends on what you're looking for. Like, I also like soundtracks that I can just listen to. I have the Valhalla's soundtrack on my phone, and like I can listen to that at work. It's like really upbeat and stuff, and you can just listen to it. And then there's other types of gamers who like maybe just want soundtracks that like fit the game, like something like Mario, like that would fit the gameplay. They don't really listen to it, but like when they're playing in game, they like having it in the background.
Yeah.
But
So with you, Pilly, what kind of games do you like perceive as that has good music? Like the games you've played. Because you've played a lot of Nintendo games, RPGs. What RPGs do you think soundtracks do you think you like?
What comes to mind would be probably like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
That was a really good one. Like, dang good one. Skyrim. That's Skyrim. Pronounce it right. That was a really good one. Although it was really Nordic chanting, less music-y.
But that's still a solid soundtrack. We're not gonna deny that people like to this day they love that soundtrack. That soundtrack did make into the soundtrack like histories, being one of the most solid ones. For me, I see soundtracks as something that if it can't add to the story, it's lacking in quality. Because really, it's like Mirror's Edge. You have all that like you're in a fast-paced motion. If I was hearing like a Dr. Seuss song like theme, it would not work. But it's high-paced like techno music, and it's like it's going with you in this motion of the game, and you're just running and you're hearing it. It's making your heart pump. I loved it. And with Kingdom Hearts, they went from happy go like like that, and then like sad music, and then angry. It went through all the motions. So if music can't make the story better, it's not good. It's not good quality, and I'm not gonna enjoy the experience as much. What about you guys? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree. Like when you look at like a gameplay, like say Mario, like if you had like kind of heavy rock or something, like Mario's not running around, it's not going to fit the game. Instead, they went for this like orchestral music that really fits the style. It's actually interesting because I was watching Did You Know Gaming today, and they were talking about how when they were doing the soundtracks for Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, they did live orchestral, and they were worried about it like not fitting the game. Like they didn't want like players to feel like they had to jump in time to the music. They wanted the music to fit the gameplay. And while they were doing the recording for the music, they had the orchestra watch gameplay, like and play along to that.
Yeah.
And like see it fit the game rather than having the game have to fit around the music.
Yeah.
And that process was really intriguing.
I love the fact that like Kingdom Hearts, they just came out with like an orchestra tour, and they did scenes from that, and they went with that. It was just like that. It was really cool. Zelda's coming soon.
Yeah, Zelda is coming soon. Pokemon is doing their second year of a tour. I think maybe even Kirby's getting one. I might have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure Kirby's getting one.
Kirby, oof.
Kirby has a lot, like some pretty good music. The King Dedede theme is one of the more popular ones, the Mennonite theme, but Kirby has a really underrated soundtrack.
It does. So in a soundtrack, like, what game do you think you wish had a better soundtrack? What game? Because for me, I feel like when I used to play like what was it? It was a game back on the PS2. It was called it was the first God of War. Like for me, I love the soundtrack, but some of the songs weren't fitting with some of the moments. Like there was one moment I think in the game where it's like you're walking through this part and you're seeing Ares just killing things left and right. And it went like into a lighter tone in the game that when I remembered. I haven't played it in a long time, but it went into like it was dark, but it was like it felt like it was more in a lighter tone of dark. Because the fact was that at that point, Ares is just killing everyone. So that's a massacre. It should be more angry and outraged music. So what game do you wish that it was better? Could improve?
Hold up, I gotta think on this one.
Definitely Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. I don't usually like to play with the music because it pulls away from the game. You can't pay attention and listen because it's pretty, but it doesn't really. It's definitely an outtake. It takes you away from what's going on.
That's funny.
Doesn't
I actually disagree on that. It has my favorite song in any.
Whoa.
Berkut's theme. That's my favorite song in any Fire Emblem game. That theme fit his character so well. It was just like this. You could tell it was evil, but it was high class. Like it was a high class like opera sounding theme, and it fit perfectly with that character.
You make a very good point.
But
Probably Pikmin.
Pikmin?
Yeah, because Pikmin like doesn't really have a soundtrack. It's a lot more ambient. Like you can tell like when you're playing on the Pikmin levels of Smash Bros. That it's like a kind of an ambient sound.
Yeah.
And ambience is kind of okay. It's not my thing. It's more of just listen to the forest and stuff. But I wish Pikmin had a little bit of a better soundtrack. I don't really like much of the Pikmin soundtrack.
I generally I don't like Pikmin. I generally don't. Like Super Smash Bros. Is the only thing I'll play Pikmin on. Because I played Pikmin 1 and 2 back in the day, and I didn't really care for them. I just didn't find them interesting. But I understand where you were going, Pilly. Like, the soundtrack can take away from some of the experience. Like, I don't play... There's a few games, like GTA. Like, I don't play with the music. I just play with the sounds of the city. I just play with that. Because the music, okay, you have a wide variety of 80s music to today's music to back in the West Coast music to Hispanic music. It just...
Racist. What?
No, it's just too much. There's too much, and like every car you walk into, it's just like it could be a new song, new everything. So I just turn off the music in general. I just don't find it like some soundtracks could be good, but some soundtracks could be bad. Bring up anything specific on it.
Well, I've looked at the list. What do you feel about the lists? I messaged you. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I showed you a little bit of the list, like the Chrono Trigger list and the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's Wikipedia has an article about what's considered to be the best video game soundtracks of all time. First is Chrono Trigger, but there's some like really interesting things about that. One of them was Streets of Rage 2. I've never played Streets of Rage.
I've never played that either, so that's.
I think it's like it's like Sega's beat 'em up. I believe. But
I think so, but I don't remember.
It's kind of interesting because like you never hear about that, but it's like so like highly classed up on best soundtracks list. But
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I've never played it personally. I know your brother played that a lot, Henna. He played the Castlevania series a lot.
Yes.
Yes. I wish he was here, but honestly. Did you ever play any of those games? Because I never really known to play that.
I played specifically Symphony of the Night. That's the one I played.
Was it good? Like, solidly, like, the music and all that? Because I know you guys played somewhat with the music.
It's been a little bit of a time, but from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure the melding from area to area, it would just jump. It would cut off the music completely. There wasn't any kind of blend. It wasn't, it didn't try to, it would just stop the music completely and then start a new one, but really, really abruptly. There was it wasn't trying to be melding. I'm not sure how to translate that into the words outside of my head.
Transition?
Transition
well?
Yeah, it didn't transition well.
Oh, okay. Another one that was pretty popular was Last of Us. I love that soundtrack. I love that game. That game, honestly, if number 2 comes out, I'm considering that game of the year.
Isn't that 2018?
I think they haven't.
Like I doubt it's gonna come out in 4 months.
No, it's not coming out this year. No, it's coming out next year at the earliest. Like PSX 2017 in December. They're gonna release some big announcement for that. God of War is gonna get a release date probably, but that's a thing. But another game that I saw that was actually that caught me like a little off guard was the which I'm actually glad is on the list. Life is Strange.
I was about to bring that up to you. I was like, you've played this game.
We're both playing it. He's right now doing a Let's Play on that. And we're almost done with that. We're almost. Remember, you're on Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Yeah, you're at the end. You're going to find a lot of confusing things. But really, the soundtrack is so good. They got bands. They got legit artists to come in and do the music. They didn't like make their own music on an garage band style software. It was legit artists who came into a studio and went, oh, we're going to play a little bit of a song that we made, love, or something like that. I don't remember half the songs, like titles and all that, but there was a lot of good like melodies. It felt like a hipster track, but it was a good hipster track.
Like it's a hipster game.
You could put it.
Yes.
Like you could just put it on alternative radio and it will probably like chart or something.
Yeah, or an indie rock radio and you'd find every song on there. That's how it felt like. But Life is Strange was such a good. It was a good game. I consider it top 10 best games I've ever played. And that's saying something. I've played a lot of games.
So, is there a game that you think is missing from this list that people don't talk about?
Kingdom Hearts. That's a thing that I'm quite shocked they don't bring up Dearly Beloved and like they don't bring up like the opening theme songs to each game. I'm surprised they don't bring up the instrumentals that Tetsura would always like try to get composed.
Yo, let me look at the composer for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but that's the creator personally tried to find composers for this music, and it's really good. It's solid. I love it. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, I can't believe that this is done by a live orchestra. And like in a studio, it's breathtaking. The music is so breathtaking that when you're watching those sad scenes, I legit feel sad. And I'm 22 right now, and I'm still feeling sad for those scenes when I watch them.
Yoko Shimomura.
He's a great composer. But one that kind of surprised me on this list, one that really did, was, let's see, Doom.
I haven't played it yet.
The new Doom. I've played it, and the soundtrack's good, but I wouldn't consider it like great. I wouldn't consider it one of the greatest. I mean, the game is new for its time, and
it's already like on a lot of lists too. It looks like it had like 4 or 5. Lists that it was on.
One game that I'm actually happy it's on the list, Journey. It's a short game, 2 hours, 2 hours max, 2.5. But there's people who've dived in like 80 hours into this game, and a lot of them love it just for the music. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's so crazy to think that people are just playing it for that. And a lot on this list, like Shadow of the Colossus, Halo Combat Evolved, Silent Hill, Tetris, they all are iconic games. Like Silent Hill is known for its horror, so I'm not surprised I'm not surprised at all it's on this list. So
yeah,
leave in the comments what soundtrack do you think is like your favorite? What soundtrack made you love gaming because of it? Leave a comment down there. So I think we're going to transition to the next topic.
Sounds good.
Least favorite genre and why? I want Pilly to start with this one.
You hobknocker. I definitively hate sports games. Like, all of them.
Every single one of them?
Well, not every single one of them. Just like 100% of them. So yes, every single one of them. It makes no sense to me why you would continue making these games every single year and it's the same dang game with the smallest difference. Oh, they added that one character. They added this little bit and the mechanics are horrendous. I played football. My brother loves was it Madden or whatever?
Madden
it's called?
NFL, yeah.
Madden
Your brother is
NFL.
obsessed with that.
If you throw a ball to one of your players, there's a chance he just won't catch it. You could get every single ideal thing. You could make it so that it's out of your control. I'm so angry. I'm like, okay, I can't speak. Let me go back. So you're the quarterback. You throw the ball.
Yes.
Even if there is a clear path, no one's around him. He cannot be tackled. He has the ideal situation. He's in the touchdown zone, whatever it's called, sports terminologies, and it's right there. It's in his hands. It's there. And you see it just, boom. It just went right through his character. What happened to the ball? Why didn't he catch it? Because. There's no explanation. There's no reason. It's just, you didn't get it. You're playing basketball. You shoot the ball. It's a perfect arc. There's no one around you. No one's blocking it. It's right in the hoop. And then just, it bounces off. Why? Because. It makes no sense. The mechanics are horrible. It's the same game every year, and it makes so much money. But I can understand that, people like it because sports.
Yes. I understand.
Yeah.
What about you, Anthony?
Probably shooters, really. I'm not a big fan of team-based multiplayer. Like, I did a little bit of MOBAs, but, Heroes is the only one that I kind of keep up with now. Like, League, I lost interest in after a couple of years, but partially because of community or the toxic multiplayer community.
Oh,
And same with shooters.
yeah,
Shooters...
League of Legends, Call of Duty, you got... I think the only community I've ever actually respected out of the shooting community is the Battlefield community.
What about Overwatch?
Overwatch, that is toxic as hell.
Why?
Because the thing is, it's the fact that you walk into a server, you join a group, and these guys are like 6v6, and one guy's like, if you ever get on the fucking tank, they'll point out your name, you will be disowned from this group and be banned. And it's like, what? I'm trying new things. No trying new things. We're doing this professionally. And it's like, a lot of gamers just take it too seriously.
Yeah.
Gaming, they're taking it too seriously, and then you realize that gaming's supposed to be a relaxing thing, and cooperation is supposed to be fun. For me, I agree with in some instances about shooters, but it's GTA 5. I love the four player, you're required to actually work with people for heists, but you gotta work with friends, because people on public servers, they're assholes. They're just straight on assholes.
Yeah, and shooting mechanics don't really interest me as much, and then because it's also you gotta work together, and I don't feel like you can always trust people's skills.
The truth.
Call of Duty 2, I remember those years. I've dived in probably 400 hours into Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And that, without the guys that I played with, Pilly, his brother Tuhi, Henna, you played a little, not a lot.
I despise online multiplayer anything.
No, you played for a little bit. It was minimal, but it was mainly with your brother.
Yeah.
It was mainly with Henna, Tuhi, Nella, a bunch of their friends. I played with them, and it was I learned how to get along with them, but then you learned so much about 12-year-olds and how parents are such fucking idiots.
Yep.
And giving kids these games. It's one kid's yelling, "Cocksucker, mother!" I'm like...
They know one word. And once they learn that one word, that's the one word they'll use every single situation. We won! Fuck yeah! Oh, yeah, motherfucker! Oh, we lost? Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's annoying.
It is. And I can understand why.
Yeah, and it's also just really, shooting, really, I think the only shooter I really, like is Borderlands. But that's also due to the RPG elements and the humor and stuff. Single player shooters just don't really interest me as much.
Most campaigns on shooters are just bad, unless it's a third-person shooter.
Yeah, third-person shooters.
Gears of War, Dead Space. Those are some great third-person shooters.
Third-person shooters are different. My foot, honestly.
Yeah. For me, simulation. Like SimCity and all those types of things.
Tycoon.
Yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I hated that game. My friend back east loved that crap. He loved the Zoo Tycoon and all those bullshit PC games that you could buy for $10 at your local Radio Shack. No, it was, and there's some games I've played on the simulation that I've actually liked, but it's required with friends. It's required, like EVE Online and Arma 3.
EVE Online.
Those are some games you have to have friends. If you have no friends, there's no point.
Well,
And the problem is with like EVE Online, they have this is the only perk about the system. You could never pay for it. It's a $15 like a month thing, but in game you can earn the money
Yeah, you can
for
earn
your
your money back.
subscription.
It's crazy. Like
You can earn your money for your
you
subscription
can like
for the
have
month.
$100 ships that you can sell to people and you can actually make money off of EVE
This
Online.
EVE Online is the only system that is not AI based for the market. It's run by players. It's a fully player dived market system in the game, and it's not a lot of games have that. Rarely any games have that where
Yeah,
it's no AI is involved. It's all personal bound like users, and I find that amazing. But it's the fact that the game when you start, you literally either have to find a group to join quick, or you're screwed. You're paying your money. You're just paying a lot of money just to get up there. Because there's people online who have builds. They're like, okay, join this faction and you'll literally be able to make your money in 21 days. Because you have 21 days to earn $850 million in the game.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how much your subscription is.
Is that possible?
It is. It is possible.
Okay.
It is possible every month to earn that much. But it's to the point where it's a little extreme. Like, I tried to do it. I tried to do the 21-day challenge. I joined both factions. I was short by 50... I think I was short by like 2 million.
Oh, is that really, really close?
It was
That
really
might-
close. It was really close. Like, if I had 2 more days worth of like mining and like invasions with other groups, I could have done it. But it's just the fact that some of those communities, they either are super smart about what they're doing, or they just don't want to give you the time of day. Like, I tried to join this mining group. They guaranteed you 50 million every like 2 days. And I'm like, hey, I'm wanting to start. I want to get somewhere in this game. And the guy's like, no, screw you. I don't want to take any newbies right now. I'm like, fine, screw you. And I just lost interest. It's the games, they take for hours. It can be, you either have to dive in many hours into the beginning, because that's how you have to learn the mechanics and all that. And then some people say, oh, it's fun. Dive in 40 hours into a Sim City game, and I feel like I just wasted my life. I'm just playing the game of life. So, honestly, I don't find it interesting. I don't find the topic unique. I don't find the genre fun at all. And really, I just don't find it appealing. I'll buy it because of getting my friends, but that's it. But overall, with the least favorite, is there any like counter argument you want to make for each of us?
Not really. I could agree with you. But simulators are very much a niche community. Like, most people are not gonna like those things. You have to be that kind of person to like it. Like, pretty much anybody can pick up a Smash Bros or Call of Duty and just kind of learn the things and then do it and have a little bit of fun. Simulators are very specifically, you have to like them. So, I can see what you mean.
And with shooters, there's another thing. It's like, if you don't buy the new game on the first day, you're literally already started behind.
Yeah.
Because I think I started joining the Call of Duty era when it was Modern Warfare 1. And it was such a sausage fest. Like, literally, I walked in there's a guy, I'm level 1. And there was these guys, it was 2 weeks after the game came out, they were already max leveled. They were maxed leveled. So
Probably a pay to play.
I'm thinking that.
I hate people
Probably.
like that.
I hate the community who does pay to play. Like, you're paid to play multiplayer shooters. I don't like that. I find it irritating a little. Like, there's this guy. I watched this show once. It was on. I think it was Guy Code or something. Guy Code Court on MTV. And this guy was getting paid to play World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And he was making $15 an hour to play World of Warcraft.
Why is that not here? I want that.
You can do it.
I want to try World of Warcraft. But it's so nerdy.
It's not nerdy. It's just
That's not nerdy.
it's just the fact.
not nerdy.
No, it's just the fact
It's
that
got like 80 million people.
yeah, but it's been around since 2004, so they have
Yeah.
had to do a lot of expansions. But the fact is with that type of community, you can get to. They're so desperate for people now. Like if you bought the expansion on the day it came out, you got a level 100 character from the start, and that's their max
No
level,
fun?
a level 100.
That doesn't seem fun to me. Just like, oh yeah, you start out at the top. It's like, well, what about the build? I want to.
No, like you can transfer. I've heard you can transfer some like coinage or something between characters, so that's why they do it. But overall, I just don't find that appealing. Pay to play.
The one great thing about people who pay to play is that I like to work really, really hard and then look them in the eye and be like, I know you paid for that, and I still beat your ass into the ground. And so now I'm better than you, and I didn't pay it, so it's just skill over, whatever it is they're using, money. Skill beats money. It gives you the greatest feeling to be like, I'm so good, you can't even beat me with your cheating. Bitch.
Yeah. Of course, one thing I don't like is like the subscription fees for some of these MMOs.
Yeah,
Like I wish Final Fantasy 15 would give you a way, like Final Fantasy 14 would give you a way to earn it in game.
that'd be cool.
That'd be amazing. I would like drop $30 for the first 2 months because they have a 2-month subscription thing, and just dive in and figure out the whole thing.
Mhm.
I'd figure out the whole thing, but I just can't do it. It's just too time consuming. I'd rather just
Yeah, MMOs are too time consuming.
if you want to do an MMO, you got to be either in high school, in college, paying for no bills, nothing, or you're
That's the only game you play.
yeah, that's the only game you play. You don't play any other games. You basically tell all your friends, "Hey, I'm not playing any other games for the next 6 months because I'm going to play a MOBA or MMO." So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, MOBAs aren't too time consuming. Like you can figure out a character pretty easily in a MOBA.
Yeah, Smite, Dota 2, League of Legends.
Heroes.
I knew a guy up at the university. I used to hang out with him because he was dating this girl that I knew, and he played League of Legends. He played it so much he got on the front page of the League of Legends like home website, on the news board.
That's
Whoa.
great.
I'm like, that's crazy how much he's played. He went to Korea one time and played League of Legends tournaments.
Dang.
He dropped $3,000 to do that, and he was broke. Like when he came back, he lost everything. Like he was like distraught. It was bad.
So on a tangential issue, like for the viewers' information, not for me personally, like I know this stuff. What is the difference between an MMO and a MOBA?
An MMO is a mass multiplayer online. So basically, you're looking at like PlanetSide 2. You're looking at Final Fantasy 14,
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, Diablo 3.
Diablo 3 is not really an MMO.
Oh yeah, it isn't. But you can still do online stuff.
Yeah, it's EVE Online.
EVE Online's the MMO. MOBAs are like Smite, Dota 2, League of Legends. They're basically online,
Battle arenas.
massive online battle arenas. That's what it is. So
And like you don't like unlike MMORPGs, you don't really like level up a character and go through quests and stuff. It's you do team v team fights.
yeah. So yeah, like an MMO like Final Fantasy 14, you level up your character over time and you're doing quests and all that. But in like Smite, you're doing battles and you're in arena fights and you're leveling up that way.
And then it resets once you do a new fight.
Yeah, and League of Legends does the same, and Dota 2.
Mhm.
And they're over the view, so you're basically moving your mouse to see the fights and all that. And like Dota 2 and League of Legends, that's how they do it.
Smite's more unique in that it's a third person.
Yeah, Smite is a third person. Like
It's-
it's on the PS4, it's on the Xbox One, I think now.
Yeah, it's on it was a launch.
Yeah,
It launched on Xbox One.
yeah, and it's on PS4. You can play them. They're free.
Groovy.
So,
Like Dota 2, League of Legends, and Smite are all free MOBAs.
Yeah.
And Team Fortress 2, that was a
that's a shooter.
yeah, it's a shooter, but they still count
like-
as online
yeah.
multiplayer. It's like it's
But-
strictly online.
Yeah.
Like PlanetSide 2 is a massive online multiplayer that's a shooter.
Mhm.
So Billy, you brought some questions?
Yes, I did.
Well, what were some of these questions?
Let's start with a weird one.
Okay.
Are you the type of person, gamer, I suppose, are you the type of gamer to grind until you are cap level and then continue on in the storyline? Or do you jump through the storyline and then level up your characters in any kind of, game? That might be a bit specific to certain types of games. I didn't think about that question too hard. Yeah.
So like, do you explore and like grind?
Yes. Or do you explore and coincidentally grind, or are you the type to just jump through the storyline and then
just get
figure
through the
out
game?
Mhm.
I feel like I'm more of that grinding type. At the same time, some games like Wolfenstein, I just try to get through it. Wolfenstein, The New Order, I just plowed through it. But like with Kingdom Hearts, when I first started playing, I would just go through it and just try to learn the story. Now I'm like grabbing every chest, doing every quest line and everything. But that's how I feel about it. I'm more in the mix.
Depends on the game. Like in Pokemon, I just kind of grind a little bit so I can just beat the next gym. Like
Yeah.
I kind of like,
I think everyone does that in Pokemon, where you grind a little for the next gym and then you go.
yeah.
Pokemon in general is a grinding game where you have to be able to beat.
Especially when you're doing Nuzlocke, you have to grind for Nuzlocke.
Yeah, but like
Or
to
else you
like
lose your Pokemon and it's sad.
yeah. See, there's those games like games where you have to grind to make sure you're level up high enough, like permadeath games. Those games, if you don't grind, you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
What about you, Phil? What are you? Are you the grinder, or are you just the one who goes through the story?
I run through the story until the very last boss and then grind until I'm cap.
Yeah.
Every game, Pokemon, all that whatnot. I don't beat the Elite Four until I'm at least level 100 for 6 Pokemon.
That's a way to do it.
But it's definitely difficult to get through the story.
That
because
takes so
of,
long to do that. Because
takes
the first time you reach the Elite Four, like, you're basically fighting level 40 and 50, where after you can beat the Elite Four, that's who you use for grinding.
Yeah.
And
That's basically it.
pain in the ass to do that.
Yes.
Okay. What's another question you got?
Do you prepare when you game? Or is it just like you know what, I feel like playing a game. Hop on the couch, turn the thing on. Or are you the type to like grab a drink, get a snack, find a comfortable spot, make sure you got pillows? Do you prepare for gaming? Or is it just like a spontaneous thing?
It depends on the game. Really, it really does. But mainly, like lately, I've been just spontaneously just getting on, checking if anyone's online, and then I go on and play.
Yeah, I've been doing spontaneous gaming too, just kind of like, oh, I feel like playing a game.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I would prepare. Like, when I want to do a long Kingdom Hearts session, like 12 hours of gaming. Because I used to do 10, 12 hours in middle school and high school. So I would find some pillows, get comfortable, grab a bag of Doritos or a bag of chips,
Yeah, if it's
some
like-
sodas.
Like, I'm probably going to do that for Super Mario Odyssey when it comes out. I'm just going to have like, all right, I got my snacks up here, I got drinks, I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah. Prepare for days of days.
Kingdom Hearts 3,
of
when that ever comes out, you won't see me for a week. You legitly will not see me for a week.
You're hilarious. A week. We're talking years, boy.
Yeah, well, no, we probably won't see you for 2 weeks. Let's be real.
No, you're going to see me maybe at work or maybe somewhere, but then
All right,
you're
well, I'll
not
see
going to
you
hear
at
me at
work.
all. You're
I'll
going
be
to
like, how's it going? You'll be like,
I can't.
How's it going? Kingdom Hearts is life. Okay, all right. Yeah.
like, you're just like going to be flipping, like, you're going to be making the sandwiches. and
He's
be
like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What is that IV line?" Oh, it's Red Bull. What? Yeah, it keeps me going in the morning.
Just visibly shaking every
like,
moment.
Like, I'm going to see you, like, if it comes out on a Friday, because you don't work weekends, I'm going to see you, like, on a Tuesday. And you're going to be, like, having that IV connected, like, I spent the last 60 hours playing Kingdom Hearts.
I just dropped my life savings into this game. Because when that game is announced for a date, it's collector's edition. It's not. I'm not going, oh, I'm going to go wimpy and just go get the special edition. No, I am dropping $200 on a collector's edition where they're going to give like maybe a Sora figurine or some Keyblade thing. I'm going to drop my money on that. It's going to be hella nice when I see it. I'm going to be disappointed if they don't give something good because they did really good with the final mix, like Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix. They gave you basically a metal tin. They give you what was it? A Shadow Heartless like little plushie. And then they gave you like this art book, and they give all you this stuff for $100.
Mhm.
I'm like, Kingdom Hearts 3, I better be seeing something like 150. Because the collector's edition for like Dark Souls 3 was 200. And they gave you a statue this tall that was worth $80. They marked it down like $40 and gave you the strategy guide and the art book and the deluxe case and everything. It was so good. So good.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same thing when Mario comes out that I did for Pokemon last year. Even then, I told you, I beat it with like 2 Pokemon within like 2 days. I was like, I have 2 more days off. What am I going to do now?
Replay it.
I was considering doing that because I got both Sun and Moon, but
Yeah.
I was like, should I do it?
Billy,
And I didn't.
what about you?
What?
Your question.
Do you
Prepare?
Oh, every time. Yeah, make sure I have good snacks and, a drink, keep hydrated, nice little pillow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What's your preferred snack of choice?
That was my next question, my friend. So, well, that was very, very nice, very nice. I always go for some Mountain Dew and gummy snacks because they're not sticky. They won't melt in my hand and get my controller all dirty. Gummy snacks are the best things to game with.
Doritos.
No, like
No.
chip dust.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Like it's gonna have that cheesy dust.
No,
like,
I'm
yeah.
one of those people
Plus, I don't like Doritos.
who legit will just buy nacho cheese Doritos because I used to hate them as a kid, but since my life
Since you played Call of Duty. You got
no
into this
no
Doritos.
since I played God of War 3, literally I just ate nothing but Doritos and my drink of choice was always Monster and a large big ass bottle of water. Like I had a big ass bottle of water every game I played. Now if I play game now, I usually do a go-to a water and a sandwich.
Yeah, water. Like actually, when I game, like if I want to game like a long time, I'll have like waters bottles, but I'll stop and get food. Like I'll just like get something really quick, eat it in like 10 minutes, and then go back and gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually a preferred way. That way you're also walking around. You're not just completely sitting down. You get those.
Yeah, you get your few minutes of like, oh gosh, the light, it burns.
No, master, back to the game.
Yeah, no, but like snacks, like
I like having like maybe like some just regular Lay's chips or like
Yeah, potato
Pringles
chips.
or like Pringles. Oh my gosh, if I could have just a container of like sour cream and onion Pringles.
You're just like my friend Emmett.
I love Pringles. Pringles are life.
Pringles are pretty dang good.
Or ramen.
I prefer ramen. Sounds.
Like if I'm sitting down and
Yeah,
playing like
ramen's perfect,
an
'cause that will
anime
get you-
game, if I'm playing like an anime based game or like Persona, I will eat ramen
You
for
just-
some reason. I love
Get the
ramen.
$5 sushi, just like.
$5 sushi, delicious.
Yeah, but you actually have some pretty decent $5 sushi in town.
Yeah, we actually do. What's your next question, Pilly?
What is the longest running time you've had on a game without breaks?
Without breaks? Like, do we consider like your game is continuously on, or do we like sit down like playing?
Like you are actively playing.
37 hours.
Mother of pearl. What?
Yeah, I went 37 hours.
I was expecting 12 hours, half a day. Dang.
Probably 6 hours for me.
37. I was 14 years old. My dad grounded me from leaving the house. So what happened?
That'll do it.
What happened was I hit one of my systems, so he didn't take it. So I sat in my room for 37 hours playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I literally went through I beat the game and got all the way back to the ending boss in 37 hours.
Yeah, let's see. Mine's probably around 10 or 12 hours. Like because I've done that with books. Like I read Percy Jackson. It was back in like 10th grade or something. What was the new Percy Jackson series?
Hunger Games?
No,
The
no.
Lost Olympians?
Yeah, that one. Like I read the first book of that in like 12 hours.
Oof.
And that was like a 500, 600 page book.
What about you?
Um,
Because I've seen you game for good time.
that I can recall, that I know of, I've gone 18 hours. It was a hellscape. Like I was so tired afterwards and just covered in sweat and Doritos, sticky Mountain Dew. Yeah. So not as I thought that was gonna be like the high note, 18 hours,
No.
and you outdid me by double. So let's take a moment to clap at that.
Yeah, like my dad, he asked me where I was. I'm like, huh, I was just gaming. And he's like, I haven't seen you for almost 2 days. Yeah, I was just gaming. Wait, you didn't take a piss or like go take a shit? He's like, nope. I haven't had anything to drink in 24 hours. And he's like, are you nuts? I'm like, why do you think I'm drinking this gallon thing of water now?
Yeah, no, like I like taking breaks when I game. Like,
No,
I'll go like 4 or 5 or 6 hours, and I'll take a break.
No, now I can't game more than 3-4 hours, and then I get frustrated and I leave
I can go to like
And go-
6,
and go do something else.
4 or 5 or 6, like, and then. But yeah, I make sure like I take a break. I'll come back to the game though afterwards.
Yeah, I'll come back to the game, but it was like
But I gotta.
I was
like,
playing
improve it.
recently. I was playing Dark Souls 3, and it was on the PC, and I died, and then I put my summon sign down, and because this guy was helping me learn how to parry with like a Kestis, just fisting like with fists, and
Yeah, you got real good at fisting. You learned how to fist. I got you.
no,
Yeah.
but what happened was I died, and he killed me. He didn't mean to kill me, but I lost 90,000 souls.
Okay.
So I went super salt and I said, I'm done with this game. Like, I'm done today with this game. And he's like, oh, come on. You didn't lose any souls. I'm like, I lost 90,000. You remember, invaders lose all their souls still. Oh, yeah. So I'm pretty salty. So I haven't touched that game in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, like I'll make sure I take a break, and then I can like still game like 10 hours a day, but I gotta have a break, like a couple breaks in between.
Yeah, I understand. Any more questions, Billy?
If you were forced into a game, beginning of the game, you as a person, forced into the last game you played, could you survive?
My last game I played was Kingdom Hearts 2, so yeah.
Rivals of Aether. Oh fuck. I'm
No.
gonna turn into a furry.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna be some furry's wet dream.
Oh, dear Lord, no! No!
Yep.
No!
There's only animals in that game. I have to turn into an animal. So
Oh.
therefore, might be able to survive. Depends on what I turn into.
Yeah, really. But your
Oh, wait.
last... What was your
Wait,
last...
actually. Never mind. D&D. Fuck. I'm dead.
Oh.
I'm dead, man.
I last played Shadows of Valentia, and so I would definitely die.
Yeah, you're dead.
I have no skills on lances or axes or swords or whatever.
You're a nice-
magic.
You're like a level 0 villager.
I'm a level 0 villager. I am an NPC in this situation. I am nothing.
He's dead.
Me, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that. Like, hella obsessed.
Really? I didn't notice.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all.
Such a surprise. Whoa.
Yeah, I just know how to, like, work my games. Any more?
The last one, the kicker.
Okay.
Versus mode or co-op mode? Which
Versus.
one? Ooh. Whoa, that was quick
Versus.
to the draw.
Co-op.
Whoa. Whoa. Why?
Wait, depends on the game.
If there was no online, just local.
Oh, versus fighting games.
Co-op.
Dang. Whoa. All right, let's come to a consensus on the single game to kind of,
I'm actually gonna go with Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2.
Because I just played that recently, like in the last few weeks, and I think the local co-op is actually freaking amazing.
It is
I'm-
fantastic.
Yeah, I need to get. I'll probably get that eventually. I don't know when.
I like the multiplayer. It's not my favorite.
I like the concept of the multiplayer.
I like it, but
That was actually, I think, the last shooter I kind of really got into.
yeah, but
That was in the beta. I didn't get Splatoon 1.
No, but it was like I played it and I'm like, okay, this is fun. But I went back to that salmon run. Oh, that's so addicting. So good. Oh my gosh, you're basically trying to it's just survival with
Mm-hmm.
you can do up to 4 local and I'm like, what? I wish I had 4. I only played with one other guy and I'm like, oh, this is so hard. 15%, I was ready to like quit, but I was like, nope, we got to grind. We're going to grind. We got the 25 and we were like, screw this. We're done. We're done. But I think that's consensus for good local co-op.
What about... that is annoying. What about Smash Bros?
Oh, Smash Bros. Versus.
Whoa.
You gotta prove your dominance.
I'm also for versus on that. I like to beat people up.
Like team fights, yeah, but
I don't mind team fights, but at the same time, versus in that game is what it was
it's
meant for.
what it's meant for.
That's
like-
what the original concept was.
No items though. No items.
No items, no fun. What?
No items, no
in
items.
Smash Bros. Items are stupid as hell.
No, the only item I think that is worth putting in is that like special ultimate power.
Oh, not even that. That thing is just annoying to get now, and it.
Smash Ball.
Nah, I'm not a big fan of the Smash Ball. You gotta go, like,
You gotta
no
go.
items.
You gotta go.
No stage hazards.
You gotta go to skills.
You gotta prove your dominance.
That is true. That game on Versus is actually really good. I like it a lot. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this one. It feels like a little shorter, but I feel like we're good. Solid.
Short and sweet, baby.
Yeah. So, as always, thank you, Anthony, for coming.
Of course. Always happy to come.
Thank you, Billy, for coming this time. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to leave that comment. What genre is your least favorite and why? And what soundtrack made you actually like gaming? Like, what soundtrack got you excited for a game? Or like intrigued you for in your
What
life? in the game?
soundtracks do you own?
Yeah.
Like,
And what soundtrack is your favorite? Like, what game soundtrack is your
I
favorite?
don't even think we talked. You talked about Kingdom Hearts. I know that, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Me and Billy didn't answer that.
This is the truth. Well, we'll answer it now. I love Ocarina of Time, mostly because that's the only one I can recall.
I'm gonna surprise you guys here. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong?
Whoa!
Donkey Kong has one of the best soundtracks.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I can hum it to my head.
Da-da-da-da. Like aquatic ambience. Just I can have that. Just
See,
10 hours.
that's yours. Me, Kingdom Hearts.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe. As always, I'm Eli, and you guys have a good day and game on.